This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live, and we are at the Precious Metal Summit 2019 in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me right now is John Proust from Japan Gold Corp. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you, JG on the TSX Venture and JGLDF in the US. John, welcome to SNN Live.
Robert, very happy to be here.
It's great to have you on. So for our audience, let's start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Japan Gold is a mineral explorer in Japan, like its name, very simple name. We're the first mover into Japan on the change of a mining law in Japan in 2012, and we hold the dominant position in the country.
So there has to be a history here. So I need to know, when did the company start, and how did you develop to where you're currently at today?
We started incubating the company in 2012, just after the change in the mining law. We went public in September 2016, and the basis was on the change of that mining law that allowed us, as the first company, the first foreign company, to be able to go into Japan to hold prospecting rights, mining rights, and own and build mines.
So what makes the company and the project that you're working on unique when you compare it to some of your peers out there?
Japan, for many people, is a really unique destination. We're like a unicorn as it relates to the mineral exploration industry. Japan has had a rich legacy of high-grade gold mining starting right back in the 7th century, but that was really terminated in 1943 when all the gold mines were closed by the government. And at that point, the miners were reallocated to base metal mines and factories to support the Second World War. After the war, only 12 of the 76 mines reopened. And the Japanese companies were incented to go abroad and basically bring natural resources back. The view in Japan became that there were really not natural resources, or specifically gold, deposits available in Japan until 1981, when the giant Hishikari gold mine was discovered. 8.4 million ounces at 47.3 grams, one of Sumitomo Metal Mining's crown jewels. After that, the mining industry reopened with the 2012 change in the mining law, and that allowed us the position to enter there. The unique point from our standpoint is that by being the first mover, we took 2 years to study the country and to assist in the formation of the permitting process there as well. We were able to go in and acquire all the key areas of Japan that we felt were relevant. And under our first 12 acquisitions, we now have 42 of the 64 gold mines that were closed in 1943 and never reopened. Recently, in the last 2 days, or just very recently, we've announced a second project generation stage, and we've acquired a significant number of additional projects now in, again, that area where the Hishikari mine was discovered. So we have become the dominant player in that southern Kyushu epithermal gold province, which is the prolific gold province in Japan.
Okay, so of the 40-plus mines of the 64 that were there, what stage are they at? I mean, do you just have to reopen the mines, or is it exploration, reopening the mill? You know, tell me, where are you at?
Yeah, so all those mines were closed and effectively remediated, and that was a legacy thing that was dealt with way back in the 40s. For us, the important aspect is that those gold mines are high-grade underground gold mines. We're looking for low sulfidation epithermal gold mines, and they're key markers. Back to the old adage, the best place to find a mine is next to an old mine. We've got 42 old mines, and so we're really looking for groupings of mines that are parts of large systems. So in one instance, we've found 7 mines that are collected together over a 6.5 kilometer by 4 kilometer area that are a large system. Those are the types of opportunities that we're really after, big things.
And what's your background? I mean, how did you come into all this?
Well, I've been a serial mining entrepreneur for many, many years now. We've been very active around the world in a number of countries. Most recently, before the Japan Gold project evolved, we were instrumental in the formation of a new company, which is now called OTCQB Mining. And so the key asset, the Windfall Lake deposit, was an asset that we took forward, we advanced, we did the first preliminary economic assessment on that project, and I was the chairman and CEO of that company.
Okay, so From what you can tell me, what are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of 2019 going into 2020?
Right. Well, so currently now what we've done is not only, I've talked a lot about project generation and what we've got, but we actually are a well-established operator in Japan. We bought 4 diamond core drill rigs, imported those into Japan. We were able to work with the Japanese government to get a special visa exemption to bring in international drillers. We brought in 18 drillers. We have 2 drill programs underway now. So we're working carefully through those programs, as well as doing geophysics, CSAMT work, gravity, etc., to really put together the clues on these big new areas that we're looking at. So that's really coming forward as well. Also, with a large portfolio that we have, we've got 24 projects now across the country. Partners are a good idea, and there's an awful lot of interest from the majors and the large mid-tier producers, and so we're hoping to advance some of those discussions as well.
So, John, another question I have, because as you've said throughout this interview, Japan, I think you might be my first junior mining company I've interviewed that's exploring and developing in Japan. So I got to ask about geopolitics. What's the nature and the landscape look like?
Right. Well, I'm anticipating we are probably the first. Japan is one of the most geopolitically safe countries in the world. In fact, it has been voted as the safest country in the world. Geopolitics are sort of beyond compare. So when we look at Japan as a company, or as a country, we've got several things going. We've got a rich history of high-grade gold mining, a wonderful legacy. We've got one of the most geopolitically safe countries in the world. And we've got an industry that's, by and large, been in a time capsule since 1943. So we've had the opportunity to benefit from all those elements to really build what I think is going to be a formidable company. And so that's our background.
And where can our audience go and find more information about Japan Gold?
Well, certainly information on Japan Gold, going to our website, which is just japangold.com, very simple. We'd be happy to speak to anybody. We're always available for that. PowerPoint presentations. There's certainly videos up there that explain a lot more about what we're doing on our website as well. So, and of course, it's updated regularly. People can sign up for our distribution list and receive our latest updates too. So we look forward to building a broader audience with our group.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're at the Precious Metal Summit 2019 in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me again has been John Proust from Japan Gold Corp, publicly traded company. 2 symbols for you, JG on the TSX Venture and JGLDF in the U.S. John, it was a pleasure. Thank you for joining me.
Robert, I'm very happy to be here. I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you.
Thanks.